President Obama has suggested putting off a few months $1.2 trillion in spending cuts. Those automatic cuts are currently scheduled to go into effect March 1st. But whether the cuts are now or later, the impact locally will be felt most severely at Wright-Patt Air Force Base. Congress has until March 1st to prevent across-the-board budget cuts that would essentially take a meat cleaver to the defense budget. For the Air Force, it would mean an immediate $1.8 billion shortfall in overseas contingency operations funding. And by September, the reduction could add up to $12.4 billion. For Wright-Patterson and other Air Force bases across the country, officials say it would cause severe disruptions to operations and maintenance and delay the purchase and testing of weapon systems, ultimately deteriorating, they say, U.S. readiness and causing a very serious threat to our national security. Also, training exercises would be eliminated and flying hours cut by 20%. As a result, flight crews worry about losing their skills. The cuts would also mean 180,000 civilian workers would be furloughed for 22 days, meaning they would lose more than a month's pay. Those living and working around Wright-Patt are very concerned.
To hear that there's more cuts coming, it's going to be, terrible for our economy. It's like we're struggling as it is, and, everybody's just trying to make it through as it is.
We get business from, just soldiers and stuff, people who work there, everything, and last thing we need is to have that.
While President Obama recently suggested pushing back the cuts, he stated the U.S. can't continually operate under a cloud of crisis.
Our Commander-in-Chief is committing malpractice on the Department of Defense.
Meantime, this afternoon, Congressman Mike Turner joined fellow Republicans to present their own plan.
These cuts are irresponsible, so this bill allows us to responsibly restore the spending to make certain our national security is protected, and that we, in turn, look further into our budget for ways that we can responsibly reduce overall spending.
Turner's plan would pay for 1 year of both defense and non-defense sequestration by requiring a reduction in the federal workforce through attrition and a pay freeze for members of Congress. Tomorrow, Wright-Patt officials will hold a press briefing on these latest developments.